There he is. There he is.
What's up, Rye? How you doing, buddy?
What's up, brother? I'm chilling. I'm just getting flashbacks of '07. I'm just getting '07 flash.
Oh,
That's it.
Giants fans better be giddy, better be giddy. I'm catching a lot of like people a little bent out of shape on the Giants. You catching that?
Everybody's getting bent out of shape because it's feeling like '07. Everyone's getting upset because they're hurting everybody's feelings. Now, listen, I
Oh,
found this out today and I thought it was crazy. I didn't even think about this.
what?
Nooch, where was the Super Bowl played in '07?
Oh, 07? Giants Patriots.
Yeah.
Oh,
When
where?
yeah,
I have no idea. No
ready?
idea. Yeah.
Glendale, Arizona. Where's the
Oh, that's where it is this year.
Yeah,
That's where
yeah,
they're playing in Arizona this year.
yeah, yes.
Oh, it does feel like 07 now.
It's
Ooh,
brewing up. It's brewing up.
27-year-old Nooch, that would mean boom, boom. Oh
I
seven,
know.
baby. Oh seven.
Now,
A good
I
year.
wanted to I wanted to ask you too, do you think that the Giants, it's a 7.5 point spread? Is that what you thought? Like your thoughts on
Oh
that?
man. You know what? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. As a guy that lived through the 4 Super Bowls, I saw all four. I was 7, I was 11, like the dice table. 7 years old, 11, 27, 31. Right? It's first of all, we're due. That's number one. We're due. Right? We're the Giants. We win Super Bowls. We're a class 1A franchise. Um, I feel like our team has good karma right now. When the Giants start rumbling and stumbling like this and get in the playoffs, usually the way it feels, whole team effort, good coach, strong defense, strong offense. They're not losing the game on special teams and blaming it on their quarterback like the Jets. Uh, like the Giants, it feels like they can win. I like them to possibly go to Philadelphia and win the game. I think we're gonna go out there and have a heavyweight fight with Philadelphia. I
I
think
do.
it's gonna be a great game. So I
I think
like them plus the 7.5, sure. And I'm a Giants fan, so I could be wrong. Would I never make a wrong pick? But I like our chances. We got good
I
karma around us.
I think the Giants are, I mean, we're Giants fans, so obviously we're gonna side with them. But I think that they really do have a shot. And again, this is the third time they're gonna play this year. They almost beat them with their backups a couple weeks ago. And the Eagles, they kind of fumbled the bag into the playoffs. What's really going on with Jalen Hurts shoulder, right? Like I know they got a couple other injuries around. Like
They
I'm
don't
just
have momentum on their side.
no.
Momentum, I don't give a shit what happened all year. I know Jalen Here, see, here's why fans are getting angry. They think that we don't recognize how good Jalen Hurts has been all year. I recognize that, but I
He had
also
a he's
know when you go on a Super Bowl run, if you get hot, you're tough to beat, and Philly's not as hot as they once were when they were rolling. That's all I'm
week
saying.
five, week 5, 6, the Eagles are rolling. Week 7, the Eagle 8, they're rolling through
And I
things.
know they can roll again, but I'm just saying they're not coming downhill like a
They're not.
snowball ready to run us over.
Yes, I don't think that I think the Giants are picking up the steam. I think we're feeding that coal engine every week, and I think they're balling. I think they're believing in each other, and I really do think that it's going to be a hell of a game. And I think that the Giants have a big shot. Now, here's something I was thinking about. I would love to take this in like the game. You know how you could do like Daniel Jones versus Jalen Hurts? I
Yeah.
would like to do them versus each other in rushing yards. And I'd like to take Daniel Jones. I bet he has more
Yeah.
rushing yards than Hurts next week.
You know what? That's a bet that I'll take this weekend. I'm a Giants fan. I'm going to do my buffet again. I'm going to have all fun with the game. If they lose, I don't care because we don't bet units like that because we know better. So I'm going to have my fun. I'm definitely, if I can find that, if you find it or I find it, I'm gonna take a shot on that. I like that. Hey, like I can honestly say I can look myself in the mirror and know that I'm not lying. Like when the Giants play bad, I don't even want to talk about them. Like I'm not a guy like that's always sticking up for the team even when they're bad. The way Daniel Jones has been playing, and a lot of people are just talking about the Minnesota game. Oh, that's a 30th ranked defense. Number one, you can only play your opponent.
Yeah.
He did a pretty good job. But I just feel like Daniel Jones has been on the money all year. He ran for 700 and something yards
I,
before the playoffs. He's over
yeah.
800 and something yards. He didn't just have a good game scrambling.
Yeah, I agree. And also, I think that the Giants are unlocking pieces of their playbook because earlier in the year, which is right, Jones running downfield. Right now, teams have to respect the fact that Daniel Jones can pull it and they can do a designed run with Daniel Jones. And that also adds another aspect to the Giants offense.
And people and fans, no matter what their opinion of Daniel Jones is, we live in an age of next gen. They're tracking guys. They got to respect the numbers. That he was clocked at 21.2 miles an hour. Lamar's fastest run was 21.0 in the same league. Like, oh man, like even if Lamar could run a little faster on a better day, he's in the league of running like Lamar Jackson as far as speed. You can't deny that. I'm impressed with that. I'm not saying, that's the Giants quarterback. No, as a football fan, I'm impressed with that.
And you know how fast he is? That's someone else I think is flying under the radar a little bit and really should get some respect on his name as the best running back in the league is Saquon Barkley.
Oh man, I love
Saquon
Barkley hits that spin. That wasn't a one-time thing against the Redskins. He hit that fucking spin. I'm getting excited. He hit that spin again on Minnesota. I like that spin.
I know. And I thought in the beginning of Saquon's career, we always used to say he used to pussy foot his way through the hole. He kind of used to like feel it out. He didn't run hard. This year, he has hit the hole with his head down. He's run the way he was running last week.
He looks like Penn State Saquon.
Listen, I don't know who's going to, like, if the Giants can get some good blocking and give him some holes and he's running the way he's running,
He looks like the rookie Penn State Saquon Barkley right now.
He looks like the reason why we picked him second overall.
And I saw him coming off the field after making that touchdown run when they did a sweep. And that's what I always tell you about formula manipulation. They had everybody going right. They pulled the center and the right guard left. And they did the sweep left to Saquon. You had a 310-pound man downfield blocking a little DB, and Saquon went. Formula
and Saquon's looking good too. It's looking beautiful. The Giants are humming. They look like a beautiful orchestra.
I sounded like an owl on my live stream the other night. Who? I kept saying, who is calling the plays for the Giants? They look like San Francisco's plays getting open.
They did, and they really did. I'm
excited. Coordinator, do you know offhand?
I keep wanting to say Wink Martin. That's
defense.
I think Dable calls the plays.
We got to give more credit to OC. I got to shout out the OC on the Giants for calling a great season. He's been calling them nice all year.
I know. Man. I know. Has been. And
go ahead.
No, well, I just want to retouch on that. I really do think the Giants have a shot at plus 300 and at 7.5. If you're a Giants fan, you got to take it. You got to. And also, the odds makers are creeping up. Now, I got the Giants at 35-1 in November to win the I got them 25-1 last week.
Me too. Right? I got them in last week.
Yeah. And now they're 12-1. So if you're going to take the Giants just to even win the NFC Championship, to make it to the Super Bowl, which people forget we're undefeated in the NFC Championship game, so take your shot.
Hey, I got to tell you one I did last night. I tried to get a Giant bet in at 11,600 to. So that's 11. What is that? How much to one is that? 116-1.
Yeah, 116-1.
I had 116-1 to 1 bet in. I had the Washington Wizards to upset the Knicks. They did. I had the Cleveland Cavaliers to beat Memphis. They lost at the buzzer. But if those two went in, it was just the Giants to win the Super Bowl, and it was $5 to pay $600.
Now that's what people could be doing.
Take shots.
Is that good thing you said that? Because
I want to teach them about that.
And if you're a Giants fan, not only could you do that with them to win the Super Bowl or the NFC Championship game, you can also do that with the game this weekend. They're plus 300 on the money line. If you like underdog in the next couple days before the game goes off, just stick it for $2, $5. Just stick it with the Giants.
That's why it really feels like 07.
You really get it.
I was of age in 07, and I remember when I checked the Vegas line, we went out there and bet. The Giants were like a 7-point dog at Dallas, 8-point dog, same as this. When we went to Lambeau, they predicted a fucking ice ball. It was Tom Coughlin had fucking icicles coming out of the thing. And Brett Favre was freezing his ass off, and Eli Manning was fine. We were a big underdog in that game, and so the money lines were big. So and then we got to the Patriots plus 18. It was like $1 million to hit on the money line. bookies went in this area went out of business for a year and a half on that Super Bowl. Like, imagine being a Giant fan taking a money line every week. That's what's going to happen here. If we go to San Fran, we're going to be an 8-point underdog, 7-point underdog, I think. No?
Yeah. And what about Cowboys? What do you think the Giants would be against
I
a
don't
five?
think we're seeing. I don't think we're seeing that team. I don't think we're even seeing the
No,
Cowboys.
we're going to get into that on the next time we record, but we'll
Right.
talk about the other Saturday game to switch it over. I wanted
Right.
to talk your Jaguars. They pulled
Yeah.
through.
Well,
Doug Peter.
real quick. I just wanted to if we do a little Saturday, little something like a little parlay. I wanted to tell you just 3 that I was looking at that maybe we could build if we do one together. Maybe the people that are watching could get in on it because we are going to do a little scratch off.
We'll build a Saturday scratch off.
I have a personal 3-leg same game parlay bet on the Giants, and I think I love it. Can I tell it to you?
Yeah, say it.
It comes out to plus 100. You put this up, you make that. You know what I'm saying? Double. Daniel Jones, 200 plus yards passing, right? Richie James, 25 plus yards. And the New York Giants plus 21.5.
There you go.
Just in case they lose. I think Jones could get 200 and Richie James gets 25 in 2 catches.
He's all over. He's all over the place.
James, he's a rock star.
I mean, the Giants are going to cover the 21.5. We think they're going to win. So, I mean, I think they cover the 1.5. Yeah. Now, this hit too, and I'm probably going to do the same thing with the Stu you're talking about. It's way crazier odds, but it's a scratch off where last week I took the Giants money line.
Right.
Daniel Jones is over rushing yards.
Right.
And then on to score anytime.
Right. We almost hit the 10-team par for fucking
that was a tough money. But why, if it ain't broke, you know? Like
do we like Saquon to get in the end zone? Yes, we're gonna start with that.
It's even money. It's even money, not minus.
Let's go Saturday. We like Saquon to get in the end zone of the Giant game.
I think Daniel Jones's rushing is now 39.5 or something is for even money. I'll still take that.
That's going to be harder this week, but I'll still take it too. He's got the juice.
Might have a couple more scramble yards this week too, and not only the designed runs. I like it. I'll take those. I'll take that.
Hey, our guy's got the juice. He's got the juice. He's got wheels.
Even if you wanted to be safe with that parlay too, you could take the 7.5 or fucking bang a money line too.
Do we like? Is it? I really like Hodgins to go over 40. We could sprinkle that in, no?
I know. I love he's been coming on. I like him. Dable knew something when he saw him on the Bills practice squad. They got a really good wide receiver core, so that's why he didn't get his shot. But I'll tell you this, Hodgins is coming on. He's looking good.
Got to
get him 40 plus, anything. Too. Why not? Like, I like him anything. Couple catches, 40 yards. Hodgins, I love him. Me.
As far as the Giants, we know we're starting with the Giants. We got to take them plus the 7.5 to be smart. I think I got to do a little something, take a couple units, put it on the regular spread. Because of the Giants cover, I would want to win on that, but I do have a money line. I'm not going to lie. I got a money line.
On everything.
I put it in like Tuesday.
True Giants fans only take a money line.
Yeah, I had to do that. I can't not take the Giants money line. And then now the first game, Saturday, 4:30, Jacksonville is plus 8.5 at the We Never Cover Chiefs.
Yeah.
However, Patrick Mahomes and Fat Andy, they really are sharp this year. They started the new trend in the NFL, the 0 and over. Kelsey just lines up and goes that way. The 0 and over. He doesn't even take one step upfield. Nobody even expects it. He's gone. Like, they're running some tremendous offense. And little Pacheco's running, McKinnon's catching, and Mahomes is the MVP. Jalen Hurts has played like an MVP, but the MVP is at 4:30 on Saturday.
I agree.
He's had a great year.
I think he's had a great year. I think Mahomes and Fat Andy and them. I think the Jacksonville saga's up. Jacksonville saga, they're done. I think that what are they going to go into Arrowhead and beat?
No, I can't see it. I can't see it.
Can't see it. But now covering the 8.5, I don't know. That's a little different. Is the point?
A tough one.
Chiefs are just notorious to not cover when it gets
up. I'm not touching that spread with a 10-foot pole. I'll probably end up putting the Chiefs money line with a jambalaya fooling around.
Well, a usual suspect is I wanted to get into that too. Is since me and you, we both agreed that we don't like the spread just because
$4.90 is not that bad.
the Chiefs are notorious not to cover, right? And I
Right.
could see it being a little bit maybe of a close game, but I think at the end, I can't see Jacksonville winning. Is the Chiefs will eventually pull it out. So you got to think about it. If the Chiefs are minus 400, what could we do to bump down the odds? Is we don't like the point spread, but if you take the Chiefs money line, what's something you can do a same game parlay and
I
bump down
got
the
it.
odds?
I
What
got
is
it, Rye. I have a feeling. See, I was watching the Chargers game, the Chargers Jags. And when the Chargers had success, when they were winning that game, when they got inside the 16, the 18, the 16 and in, they ran the ball with Eckler. They got in passing formations. Nobody can manipulate a formation better than Fat Andy. We know that. If they get little Pacheco rumbling, I think I got a hunch. You know, I've been hot all year. I called Raymond for the Lions out of the blue. I made some crazy anytime touchdown calls, and then I made some regular ones. I have a hunch that Pacheco is going to get in that end zone. If they hand him that ball,
hard. He's a Rutgers guy.
he gets forward yards. He's like a
Represent.
little locomotive. He's like a locomotive.
Represent. I like that. I like that too. And also the little dump offs to McKinnon. They look. That's like I like it all. See, I think that people are not giving enough credit to the Chiefs' weapons, I think, right now a little bit. I think that Kelsey's kind of gotten disrespected a little. I think Pacheco and McKinnon have really come on to be a nice little 1-2 punch.
Very nice.
Darius Toney, as they give him plays, he's a speedster, an ex-Giant. You know, whatever happens, happens. I heard he couldn't learn the playbook, but whatever.
He's
That's
good,
why
though. He's good.
He's talented, you know.
And in the summer, when we were in fantasy, we were looking at the Chiefs when we were evaluating their team. No Tyreek Hill and Clyde Edwards-Helaire is their back. We were trying to imagine how they were going to be this good. They reinvented their team. They're dialed in. Kelsey's having a career year, and those two running backs make up a big chunk of that offense. It's a beautiful thing to watch. I think at the end of the day, the clock strikes midnight on this great season that Jacksonville's had. Trevor Lawrence is a puppy. He's a baby. He's had a real good year. He's turned it on. But I think that Mahomes was going to make more big plays, and the Chiefs probably win that game.
Another little thing, ready? Mahomes, every single year since he became the starter of the Chiefs, has played in the AFC Championship game.
No.
And that streak ain't going to end this year with the Jacksonville. They need a tough
Mahomes,
for that streak to
How
end.
many AFC Championships has he gone to?
2018.
No.
Or 2019.
Yeah, they lost to the Patriots on their first one. Tommy Boy went to the Super Bowl. Then they won.
Then they won. Then 2020, they lost to who was it?
Well, they went back to the Super Bowl again and lost to Tampa Bay.
And then they lost to Tampa Bay. And then last year they lost to Cincinnati.
And we missed one in between, I think. But wow. Yeah, the AFC, even though Cincy's the AFC champs, it runs through Kansas City, really. The AFC title runs through Kansas City. That's how it is right now in the NFL.
I believe no matter what, the winner of the game between the Bills and Cincinnati is going to, like, the winner of that game will play if the Chiefs win, right? Yeah. But will that game be played in Arrowhead? The Chiefs are the 1 seed, so it has to be played in Arrowhead.
Yeah, it'll be played in Arrowhead. And I'm going to make a prediction right now. I don't think anybody's touching the Chiefs this year. I think they're dialed in. They're back. And I see a lot of Cincinnati's got 3 offensive linemen hurt now. We're going to go on that. We'll do another one, but they got 3 offensive linemen hurt. It's going to be tough. And Allen's not playing clean.
I know. I think the
Chiefs are playing clean.
I would like to see how the Chiefs look against the Jaguars, but I think that this is another train that's just going to get off firing on all cylinders and send it down.
Why is everyone so mad at us? Jalen Hurts, the last game of the season against the Giants backups, 20 for 35, 229, and 1 interception. No touchdowns. And 13 rushing yards. Why are we supposed to, not have a little confidence? Maybe Philly's not at their best. Maybe he's going to lose his rhythm a little bit. That's what we're hoping as Giants fans, you know?
Oh, I think so too. And I think that, like you said, they played the backups, then a week off. I know they say that the shoulder gets a little more rest, but also sometimes the too much rest and the too much sitting around ain't good. You know, the intensity, you need that every week. It keeps you moving. It keeps you in the things.
Yeah.
So now for Saturday, what's something, I know we started talking about brewing something up, but what do we really like? If we're going to stew together something on Saturday, what's our stew? What's the Saturday stew?
The Saturday stew is the Chiefs money line.
Yes.
Right? We got to include that.
Got it.
Do we want to put Pacheco in it? Is that
I like
take a
it. Yeah.
shot on him to score a touchdown?
The other guy I was thinking about on that team would be obviously this usual suspect in Kelsey. I think that would be a usual suspect, but it's tough, like you said. It's so hard to pick two on this anytime scores on the same team.
Is
That's
Trevor
tough.
going over 200 automatic?
Who?
Is Trevor going over 200 yards passing? Is that automatic? We could,
I don't
alternate
know.
yards, or no? Should we stay away?
I don't know what could be automatic with that. I mean, the Chiefs, Chris Jones is kind of dialing it in a little bit. And Spagnola, he always has playoff defensive game plans that are always pretty good. So I
Right.
don't know. But what is Trevor over 200? It's probably like minus 200
Oh
easily.
yeah, it's a favorite. I was just looking at things to sprinkle in. Let's see if they have alternate passing yards.
Well, what if we just kept it simple where we
Yeah.
did ready?
What's up?
Chiefs, money line, Pacheco,
Right.
anytime, right? Then
Yeah.
we go over Giants, money line. We have
All
to.
right. All
Have
right.
to. Can't not. We can't not.
Okay.
Saquon, anytime.
Okay.
Daniel over rushing.
Okay. So I'm gonna put that in. Chiefs, Pacheco. Right. I got that. Giants, Saquon. This is gonna be our little scratch off for now.
Yeah, what if we just kept like what's the two anytimes and then the two money lines?
$10 pays $112.11. There we go. That's our first scratch off. $5 a man. I'm
Yeah.
putting my 5 in right now because
There you go.
I'm signed into my FanDuel. So we got the bet
Yeah.
comes out. The bet comes out to plus 1121, 1121. $100 would pay $1,121 for people who don't know.
So it's 11 to 1, 12 to 1.
Right. So our $5 each, $5 pays 56 a man. That's perfect. Perfect little scratch off.
Chiefs money line, Pacheco, Giants money on.
I like it. I like it.
That's it. So that's a stew. That's a free scratch off for anybody who likes to follow it.
All right. We almost hit last week. We had a 10-teamer. We went a little crazy last week and almost hit it. And I don't even want to revisit it because I don't want to get agita with Daniel Jones at 80 yards, taking a knee going to 79, taking another knee going to 78. I almost threw myself out of the window.
I know.
But I was on the first floor, so I wouldn't have fell far.
You wouldn't have fell that far. You wouldn't have fell that far. Well, we like the Chiefs, we like the Giants. That's the Saturday too. Neighborhood picks.
Yep. And then we'll get to the Sunday one right away. We'll get that out there too. So I'll cut up now. Thanks for coming on, Ryan. Neighborhood picks. That's Ryan Patterson, my main man, best co-host going. And we'll see them right in a minute.
There you go.
Thanks, Ryan.